Hi! I'm guessing is either vaccinated ka o hindi. So, if hindi, if there's anybody other than Mrs. Erton watching this, you should probably register yourself for vaccination. Everything is online na lahat ng steps. So, pwedeng tanongin nyo, ano nga bang connect ng vaccination sa science and technology? If we can recall sa past lessons, sobrang layo na narating ng science from ignorance and wondering if those things na alam nila ay tama na or true, blossoming into science and then into technology, and then technology became discovering electricity. Then they had to make trains go, and for some reason military weapons, although it is so dehumanizing, war is so dehumanizing. Science and technology has brought us to this specific time in our history, the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic. And because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we also had to make the vaccines. So, you're wondering, bakit nga ba vaccines ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon? So, you have to wonder, bakit nga ba hindi tayo makakuha ng vaccines? If not, hindi makakuha, bakit nga ba napakahirap nating makakuha ng vaccines? In fact, wala tayo actually vaccines of our own. We only import vaccines, loan money to buy vaccines sa ibang bansa because we don't have facilities. And it considers the fact that we are in cahoots with science and technology dito sa bansa natin, because if you recall from Dr. Tapang Spill's lecture, the vaccine crisis dito sa Pilipinas actually concerns three of the problems, and this will also be my supporting arguments as to why we're cahoots in right now with science. Three problems that the nation has to address in order to gain economic growth from science and technology dito sa bansa. So, number one is brain drain. Wala tayong enough professional scientists, although we have consultants. Most of them are abroad because of the brain drain, because of low salaries. Next, wala tayong manufacturers and facilities for vaccines because, again, wala tayong enough patents because meron tayong kakulungan sa professionals. And next, there is no funding for research because, as we all know, they'd rather fund the military, they'd rather fund the police and any other things that will cater their best interests, politicians. So I think the best solution to this chaos, to this crisis is that we should further push the government to fund research, and it all starts actually with pagpapataas ng salary ng mga professionals, because if you solve the brain drain, it's a domino effect. Solve mo na yung lahat. It's easy as that. It's just you have to be human enough to care about the welfare of. And I think at the very root, that's the cost of science. We As long as we think about our about what we gain, it's not always gonna have best results if we don't also think of the damages, the repercussions, and the solutions we need to make. Yon. So, as I shared my insights, sa mga students, sa future students rather, ng STS. I wish they could really learn a lot. And kasi I enjoyed a lot from STS this year. There's a lot of reading. Yes, there's lots of reading. And I love reading personally. It's a win-win for me because, in fact, I had my own copy of the book. So that's gonna stay with me forever. It's not hard reading per se. There's only a few parts, and the videos are actually fun. I think the most challenging part for me was to actually access the videos kasi ang bagal ng net namin. But if you think about it, it opens your mind about what needs to be done and what the country needs to do. So when you're out there, when you're scientists, when you're finally health professional or whatever, and you're trying to make a change in this country, I hope you look back sa lahat naging lessons sa STS and remember all the lessons na naituro about being human, because if you look back dun sa halos lahat ng lessons, there's always something about being human, the panopticon and anything. It's always about humanity. So before anything else, you're both human. You're both scientists. So, yun, I hope you have a good night. Bye.